Welcome everybody to the Culture Shock Podcast. This is your boy Pat Bayless, and I'm in the building with my two co-hosts today, Taya and Zar.
Hey.
Hola.
What up? You supposed to hit the buttons, Zar.
Shit.
Kenny, come on.
Kenny, everybody cameras today. Shout out to Kenny. And today I got a very special guest. Get your money up, not your funny up for real.
Yeah.
This guy knows all about investing and making that money. My guy C-Pod's in the building. What up, man? How you doing?
Chilling.
Yeah.
She got it right.
She did it right.
Yeah.
So you are the money man, from what I'm hearing, from what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into all of that and investing and real estate and everything like that, just let everybody that doesn't know you tell them kind of where you grew up, where you from, and just kind of how you got into everything.
No, yeah, for sure. I was born in the city, raised a long part of my life in Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in CI for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Live in Queens now. Started investing. I mean, I was honestly investing for myself or in myself since like a kid because my dad was always an entrepreneur, worked in the music industry. So I was always like, kind of being told how to like, be this great nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Watching him like fail mad times, eventually like it kind of made me want to pick it up and like push it forward. You feel what I'm saying? And then everything else that fell into play, I was really not about like, oh, I'm a hustle. I used to sell, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't really into like real estate or stocks or car rentals, or I was more of like a creative. Because when I was a kid, I used to act. So I was actually gonna go to NYU for Tisch, which is like the art school for NYU, like their department of art school. I was getting trained by a lady named Tiana Christopheridis who went to school with Denzel Washington. And my mom, though, she was, Puerto Rican from the Bronx. So like, Papa, you gonna have no job. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you kind of right.
Mm-hmm.
So I dubbed it. I probably shouldn't have, though. And then I went to school at SUNY Albany. And then that's when I started rapping.
Okay.
And then that's kind of how everything else started to unfold.
So who would you consider like your muses as far as like growing up? Because you said like your dad, you want to push it forward.
Mhm.
Was that somebody you looked up to, just him, or was there multiple people that came along as a child that you kind of pushed you, or what I'm saying, gave you that confidence?
Yeah. Nah, to be honest, it probably was really just my pops. Cause like everybody else in my family, like we was like the black sheep of the family. We lived in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Like aunt and uncle wasn't really fucking with niggas, so we did what we had to do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was really my pops. I mean, he was always paving the way, even though he was like one of those dudes that's like super passionate about being passionate and would do shit, but like, it's just comes from a different era.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So you think like you would consider are you an actor in a way? Like you think you could act in a way?
I'm acting right now, nigga.
Shit.
Wait, say,
can you like
these
do
two
something
right
like
here.
improv?
Nah. See, I don't really be in tune. I'm not in tune like that anymore. Back in the day though, if you asked me to do some shit, I really could do some shit like that. But like, I'm not like, I'm not in tune as much. I probably fucking rap more than I act now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what success would you say happened early on? Maybe in like your teens, where you seen progress? Like you said, is it rapping? Where you seen the progress? Where you seen like, oh, I'm doing something and I can really do it?
Nah, it was selling drugs.
I did that real
Because I mean, that was easy. You know what I'm saying? It's fast. I knew how to hustle. I always knew how to like, all right, if niggas are selling this, I'll sell this too, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I always have it on me. I'll know where to put it. I'll know how to get it. I'll talk to people. I'm very like social. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm reserved too. You know what I'm saying? Like I be in my own little pocket. But like you saw, like when we met, I was in my pocket. But then once eventually we start talking, I'm like, oh nah, I fuck with him, so I could talk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then it becomes a whole nother conversation.
Wow. How many people, like men-wise, have you guys come across where it comes
Sounds
to?
crazy.
No. I'm not saying it in a bad
Sounds
way.
crazy.
Not saying it in a bad. See, sorry about this. Look.
There he go.
Nah, but I'm saying,
look, getting her riled up.
how many people that you see that you come across where he's saying like he's seen success in that, where you've seen men have that type of success that I'm not saying y'all dealt with but I'm just saying in general where you seen kind of the uptick in their life. Would you guys say any?
Yeah, absolutely. A ton.
A ton?
Truthfully, a ton.
And maintain it?
Yes. And I don't just mean like fast money and shit like that. I'm talking like kids that like graduated college and now
Yeah.
working in their like careers and stuff. Yeah.
All right. What about you?
Yeah, same. But it's the thing is, I like that you say you're not talking fast money, because had you not came out of that stage and went on to other stuff, do you think you could do that forever, or you always knew you couldn't do it forever?
Oh, well, let's selling drugs?
Yeah, like
Oh, yeah, nah, of course. I mean, so, like, I had a few times where, like, I had gotten, like, into some situations, like raids and shit like that. And that's when it was like, it's not going too far.
yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
niggas will just sit around and keep getting raided.
Yeah.
So
It was funny, too,
Great
because when I
question.
was rapping,
That's a good question.
when I was rapping, I wasn't even selling drugs. I stopped, and then we got raided at the studio.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know,
Imagine-
Studios-
studios,
I'd have been like,
Studios
put
be
that in the
having-
song.
you know,
Put that in the
studios be having,
song.
they be, the gangsters be in the studio
Yeah,
sometimes.
of course. But they came for you.
Nah.
Okay, no.
They came for them niggas. I was just sitting there like, this time.
Innocent.
You went to jail.
Hmm?
You went to jail?
No.
Great, that's good.
Never.
Great.
Congratulations. They didn't take everybody.
Yeah,
I have
bro.
to miss some other shit, but I'm good.
What was the turning point that like really made you say, all right, I'm not, like, you can remember a certain situation, or you were always going to make that switch to finding something else to do?
I always knew that one day I was gonna stop. Like when I was doing music, I put a time frame on it, and I shouldn't have, because now when I look back, I'm like, damn, like I don't know. I had like the same nigga that you just said looked like him.
That's so funny.
That's
That's
so
funny.
Can I pull
Now we
it
gotta put it up in the fucking, what do you call
That
it?
was the
Yeah.
highest level of
Yeah.
that was the highest level of reach out I ever got. Like he hit me up.
What?
Oh shit.
Yeah. And he,
Really?
but I ran out of bread. Cause like in music, like you have to be able to funnel your own marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's why a lot of drug dealers in the rap game. A mad rapper say it now too. Like some, the basic line that pretty much when they realize that the money that you're getting in the streets, you could put this into your rap shit
Right.
and you could pop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You paying for that shit.
Yeah, because you putting like, bro, I was putting like 10 bands a month into my music career.
God.
So you stopped
Damn.
doing that so you could start putting it into other investments like real estate and stuff like that? What do you mean you ran
At
out
a
of bread?
certain-
Not to be nosy, but what
No,
happened?
you good. Nah, you good.
She said, so why you get broke?
I ran out of.
That's
No,
not
so
what he said.
I didn't go broke. What
Right.
happened was I ran to a point where I knew, like, I was, I think 26, living in my mother's basement. You feel what I'm saying?
How old are you, if you don't mind my
I'm
asking?
30.
From
Mhm.
Shout out to being 30.
Yeah.
So what happened
I
from
only
26 to
jumped
30
into
now?
real estate like 4 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened in between?
Wait, so going back, you mean like going back to your question?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so when I knew I was gonna stop making music at 26 because I always looked at it, which is why I said I regretted it, like there was a threshold, like a time, like, you know what I'm saying? You look at most majority of artists, granted, like there's people nowadays, I mean, I don't want to say nowadays because that sounds like I'm trying to put today's
Yeah.
Western culture into a box, and it can't be because it's Western culture crazy. But nowadays, like you seeing a lot of artists blowing up that are like over 30 and shit
Yeah.
like that. And I already knew I probably needed like at least another 2 to 4 years, and I wasn't willing to sleep in a basement for the next 2 to 4 years. So I had to
Feel
kind of
you.
divert. You know what I'm saying?
Was there a mentor in your music, like when you did music, or was this kind
With
of
my pops.
your pop? Oh, okay.
I grew up in a studio. I
What
grew
type
up
of
with-
music did you do?
Like, I mean, obviously it was hip hop, but I have like, there's like music videos I have where people call me like the rap Bruce Springsteen type shit.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's different. That's
Yeah,
a
it was
different
cool.
genre.
So you was nice?
Yeah, I mean, of course. What'd you
I mean,
say?
I
I was trash.
No, yeah. All right.
She said she had to check your temperature.
Right. Just checking.
It's hot always.
So when you transferred over, where did you go into right away? Like, what
what
was
do
the
you mean?
first thing of like
Oh, like switching?
switching when you stopped rapping?
Oh, it was
what
real
the first-
estate. It was real estate. Yeah. Because I had me and my boys from college, and like even my boys from the town. One of them, shout outs to my man Trey. We were always gonna do real estate because it's just the most obvious shit to do. Like,
Yeah.
and now I'm like kind of done with it because it's like, I mean, not that I'm done with it. You're never gonna be done. That's like one of the main pillars of wealth.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can never be done with it. But like, there's so many other apps. We was just talking about, those two streaming people, right?
Mhm.
Like, look at how much money they making off streaming. like all my boys, and no offense to nobody, but like everybody's still like, yo, let's do the business that, you know, we know worked in the 90s and in the 2000s because it made bread, and, you know, their grandpa, their uncle or whatever got this and But like at the end of the day, you know, those businesses aren't making the new generational wealth. They're just continuing money. So you're going to make, okay, your 10 bands a month. I don't want to make 10 bands a month. I want to make like 50 a day. You know what I'm saying? And the only way to do that is to like explore like the new realms of wealth that'll be here today and gone tomorrow. But if you exploit it, you ever look at people that are really, really rich, they got so many different connections. It's all about, so there's like actually this little meme, not to go on a little rant, but like, there's this little shit I saw. Billionaires don't have like good habits. They don't wake up and go to the gym at 5 a.m. You know what I'm saying? They'll know like, yo, so-and-so does this and so-and-so does that. And I saw this gap over here. What if I put these two niggas together to fill this gap? And then I'm going to pull all the money out of that shit and I'm out. That's what billionaires do. So it's like, I'm just not there yet. One day.
No,
It's
that's
50 a day.
Yeah.
My head is spinning.
yeah. When you
Right.
say
I don't
you
want
said
to
50 a
have
day.
2 racks a month.
I say, yeah, well,
No,
damn.
I respect that. Yeah, me neither. Shit.
right.
Shit.
What would you say? Not to get too much into your personal business, but what would you say on a day-to-day basis you were making at your highest point, or a week-to-week basis?
Like me now or in general?
No, just in general, just in your life. At your highest point of making money
On a day-to-day?
on either a day-to-day or a week-to-week, whatever one's easier to.
I'd have to
about.
do the math. Because it comes in pockets, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a week.
Mm-hmm.
That was about 8 bands a week.
That's nice.
Right.
Beautiful.
Taste it right.
That's a damn.
That was the
And
highest.
that
though.
was-
And then
Gas is mad
doing
high,
what?
so that sounds fabulous.
Right.
You said 369. I drive premium, so I should like four
Boy,
something.
did ass like $5.
That was doing what?
You ask the Don who? If
Mhm.
you can, please. My fault. I
I'm
mean,
gonna
I
say,
can go
nah,
around.
niche shit. I'll kick that shit off.
Only if you pour some for me too, please.
course.
I'm saying,
Ladies first.
thank you. What were you doing, like when the 8 bands was coming in?
So
Real
I was-
estate.
That's good. You want more?
That's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, so I was doing real estate. I was doing real estate. I also had 2 side jobs. I had a few buy and holds, and then I was also trading stock options.
Nice. How do you feel about side jobs in general?
Love 'em. It's the only way
Yeah.
I can get a 401k. I ain't paying for health benefits
Ooh.
otherwise.
Okay.
Mm.
Ooh.
Health and 401k, my fault. Not both. I mean,
That's so
you can buy your
important.
own health benefits,
Yeah,
but it's kind of like.
a lot of niggas won't do
Yeah.
it.
And
so
then like
you might
the
as well
shit
just-
that I do, like I don't do shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
like I'll take that.
Yeah,
That's
day.
fire.
that's really fire.
A lot of people don't think like that. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Where does your nickname come from? Is it just
My last name's Potterson.
okay? I know your first name's Chris.
Mm.
That's simple.
What's
Yeah,
your
and I was
nickname?
Very simple.
C-Pot.
Okay.
Actually, wait a second. Hold on.
Yeah.
So what about? So I want to get into Empire Car Club.
Mm.
Where did that start?
Shout out my guys.
Where did that start? And is that part like your business as well?
Mhm.
So explain.
I was gonna wear a
kinda get
shirt,
into
but-
it.
So I was doing fix and flips and Airbnbs in Tampa about 2 years ago with my boy Steph. And he had the Turo shit on Smash. Like he had like the Uruses and the McLarens
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
And I just knew like obviously I wanted to do it, and I was just gonna back out a few cars because there's like mad ways to do that. Like you're not like I don't know if y'all know. I mean I don't even talk about nobody else, but like there's mad ways to back out mad whips in like a week.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All you really need is a credit score and a social. So I was just gonna get mad cars, send them down there, and have him run it, and then like I'll collect PC. Business down there started to get shaky. So at that point, I had already had some of my boys from college. They was doing the same shit. They was doing Turo, but like with like lower model whips. Excuse me.
Mhm.
And so I just knew like I could do it. And then my mans had came down to Tampa once. We went out, whatever. And this is my mans too. He's like my brother, both of them. And we was like, yo, we could do this shit. They investors too. So we just started it. And we just bought some cars.
And so people can rent them, correct?
Yeah,
People
yeah,
can just
yeah.
rent them out through you guys.
Empire Car Club.
How
WWF.
lucrative is Toro?
Toro's trash. Toro's
I've
It's
heard.
not that. Okay.
Yeah.
Unless you're backing out mad cars, or is it just trash period?
Nah, Turo's trash, period, because it's a middleman between middlemen.
Right.
So, like, the purpose of Turo really just, this is what I mean by, like, there's a gap. You feel what I'm saying? Like, somebody out there was like, yo, I'm tired of renting from Hertz and Enterprise. You want to rent me your car? I'll rent it from you, right? Yeah. And, oh, I'm renting it from this company, Blue Street or Z Exotic. Shout out to Blue Street and Z Exotic. And I'm paying this amount. Right? Somebody, I mean, I'm not saying obviously it was them that made them think of this, but somebody somewhere was like, what if I make the platform like a Twitter or a Facebook, whatever it is, or Airbnb, right? VRBO, to do that for the guy that don't really know the niggas that work at Z Exotic or Blue Street.
Right.
And they'll get it for even lower because now there's a million Z Exotics and Blue Streets and Empire Car Clubs. So now you got mad people just renting their cars out for whatever the fuck they want to rent the cars out for. Now I feel like I'm cursing a lot, my
No, you got his podcast.
Man,
what you want.
But you know, so that's pretty much what it created the gap, right? And now the gap is gone. Like I said, you open the gap, you make the money out the gap in peace. It's still value. You can still make money on Turo. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's not gonna do what I need. Like, if you, that's pretty much
so,
it.
I'm sorry. Were you always this analytical, or like did that come with getting money? Like, did you start thinking deeper into it the more money you got, or I guess like yeah,
that's my mom. She's Puerto Rican from the Bronx.
Yeah, so you're already thinking different. That shit is crazy though, cause you like gotta have a brain to get money. Well, like that type of money.
In a way,
I feel like I don't even have a brain right
I ain't
now.
gonna hold you. I can't touch on no name. I mean, you'd be surprised. A lot of the niggas that got a lot of the money, them niggas is all
stupid.
Dumb.
True, that's true.
Sometimes being over analytical is the problem.
That's my problem. Shit.
That's why.
Oh my gosh.
So
I like the way you think though. That's crazy. Yeah.
So overall, how many things do you do? Like, how many businesses do you have? Like, what are you altogether?
Businesses like 5 or 6. What do I do? My day job is a realtor though. I'm a realtor.
Okay.
So like before this, I was in my office, just sitting in my office. When I ran out to you outside, I was on the phone with a car broker. And then this morning I was at showings.
Getting paper all day.
Right.
Getting paper all day.
Damn, I gotta go home and do laundry though.
That's never
important
fun.
shit.
That's so real.
What is the process of just getting a car through you guys? Like,
It's easy. I mean, it's like let's say it was you, for example. You would just text me, be like, yo, I want the I-8, or yo, I want the GLE. And I'd be like, all right, just send me an email, your insurance. We don't fuck with niggas with no insurance.
That's crazy.
Smart.
Yeah, that's crazy. I wouldn't.
Not
you don't
taking
really
the risk.
need it no more. Yeah, you don't need there's so many different ways to finesse. You know what I'm saying? So many ways.
Yeah, that's interesting.
How do you finesse if you don't have insurance?
Oh no, I'm not talking about that.
Oh.
I'm just saying like, before like you would either have to have a commercial loan policy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I had a fleet, like my fleet's 7 plus 4 that I broker. So like if I wanted to, have a commercial fleet loan, it's like 50 bands a year just for their insurance.
So you don't have to be insured right now to do what you're doing because people have to come with insurance?
Oh, well, I didn't mean like that level of finesse.
Okay. All right.
Because that's like street finessing.
Okay.
But like finessing in the sense of like, yeah, I got insurance. I got bullshit insurance, really. You know what I'm saying? But it just covers the car. You feel what I'm saying?
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
What is some of the cars that you could get for people when it comes to just like there's so many different exotic cars, but what is like
the top tier car?
The top tier car you could get for people.
Oh, yours.
Yours?
Yeah.
Oh,
I hate
fine.
the car. I don't like it. It's,
Yeah.
Yeah. Small.
Is there any vehicles that you get in that you would recommend people like? I'm not saying to say that against your business. I'm just saying in general. Like,
I mean, everybody's got their own, you know what I'm saying, preference. Because like, I drive a small car. I drive a 718 Cayman. You know what I'm saying? It's just well balanced.
Small car.
Right.
Yeah, it's small. It's a small Porsche. It's a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small, I mean, it's small.
Oh yeah, it makes
Um,
sense.
But yeah, it depends on what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like I love Huracans, but I also love McLarens. But like, you might not be a sports car person. You feel what I'm saying? You might be the type of person that's like, nah, I need a Bentayga, or I just want the GLE 53 is my favorite car right now, and that's not even like an OD,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's a
Nice
nice
car,
car.
though.
Gives you
Nice
little
fucking car.
burples, drives great, feel nice on the road.
Mm-hmm. What do you charge? What do you charge for these cars? Just business cars?
Anywhere from like, cause I mean I also have like some lower grade, like somebody just picked up a Honda.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere from like 200 is the lowest,
Mm-hmm.
but like 2 to like 800.
Per
800 a
day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Nah,
Right.
800 a day is a
It's
steal.
low. It's low. I'm
What?
selling Blue Magic.
Yeah, I was gonna
But
say.
I guess it's
800
if
a
you get
day
money
is a
like
steal. You
Because you
go
fuck
online.
around and get a Bentayga, it's
Nah, yeah, I'm
$750 a
just- I
day.
guess-
It's not
I
bad.
got a
Oh my
Bentayga too for
gosh.
700.
Yeah. Nah,
the type of
that's-
money you
that's
got to be
insane.
making to
Not
pay that bread. So
Yeah, but there's
That
people
means you
paying
run into a lot of
2,000.
But if
people
you
who
have like
are-
one event,
Yeah, if it's a birthday or
okay, oh
something.
yeah,
Yeah,
all
you
right.
know what I'm saying?
Okay,
It's not
makes
bad.
sense.
Yeah,
makes
exactly.
sense. Makes sense. All right, thank you guys. I'm over analytical. Yeah.
yeah. She said, see?
But you think about it, I've
So
seen
funny.
online, like I've looked up stuff like that in the past, and it'd be like 2,400.
Yeah.
Great, like Lambos, 2,400.
Yeah, depending on
Call
what,
it
like, if you
Uber.
buy it with the kit and all that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, and
You
then
buy
they,
the 750, you buy the 5 to 750,000. Yeah, it's about.
and then there's like a fee as well, like not a fee, or but like,
Like a
an
DP?
insurance thing, right? Like God forbid somebody
DP.
fucks the car. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds crazy. DP is crazy.
Pause.
Yeah.
they said,
Nigga
DP.
looked at me crazy too when I said it, and I
He
just
said
thought, why he
DP.
looked at me like that? Like, I didn't say nothing crazy.
So easy to get paused on here.
Yeah, no, that's for real. For real. I want to go back to like realtor stuff. Anybody that is a realtor out there that just started, what would be your biggest advice to them?
Join Fave Realty.
Okay, that was a promo.
Is that how you
Hit that
learn
little-
to?
Right, hit
Yo,
the button.
did
Hit
it-
the
Hit
button.
the little.
Can't get the
Come
button.
on.
Can't
The
get
song
the
sounds
button.
lazy. She can
Yeah,
just leave
we said did that for you. All them else for you. Nah, I mean, you know, it's like anything. Like, see, like when I became a realtor, I went and interviewed. Oh, I didn't interview. There's no fucking interviews to become a realtor.
Mhm.
You just need a license. Let's keep it a stack. but like when I went to talk to like my broker, my associate broker, she had told me straight up. She was like, I ain't gonna say her name because you know, but she was like, yo, people that sell drugs do the best in real estate.
They pushing that shit.
It's the truth
They
though,
pushing that
because
shit.
it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with, you know, like, all right, yeah, Timmy showed up in a suit and tie. All right, Brandon showed up, Susan, Karen, but it's more so like
Sales
in the-
tactics.
it's sort of, but it's more so like, if I don't sell, I don't eat. What you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
No,
what I'm
it's
saying?
true. And if that's your only job,
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
that's your especially like when you first start. Shit, that, you know.
I
what
just
I'm saying?
interviewed a kid today. He was like 19, worked at American Eagle, some Spanish kid. I'm like, yo, if you bilingual, you'll hit, but you gotta just hustle. I'm gonna give you the leads. You gotta call them though.
So you're employing people.
Yeah. I have people coming under me.
Really?
I know
That's
somebody that's
amazing.
under you.
Huh?
I know somebody that's under you, but I won't talk about it on
Crazy.
camera. I do know somebody. That's under you. Yeah. They just randomly brought your name. I was like, I know. 'em.
shout
They're like,
out. They probably killing.
Yeah. Yep.
Probably killing.
That's dope. Cause I know everybody thinks real estate automatically fast money, easy
Yeah.
money.
It's flattering nowadays. Nipsey Hussle really made it. I mean, at least in my opinion, I feel like Nipsey made it cool. He made it cool. You know what I'm saying? And when
Mhm.
something becomes cool, everybody jumps into it. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not even like on some like sucking Nipsey shit, even though rest in peace to Nip. But like, it's just more so like when you see something go mainstream, it goes mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then it like the window, bye.
So do you think it's possible for that industry to get like oversaturated, the real estate industry?
Well, so I mean, ultimately, that market's been
for
or
everybody.
that shit's been oversaturated for years because everybody and their mother want to be a
Right.
Karen, Susan, Timmy,
But if
Brandon.
you're not good at it,
Yeah, you just gonna. I mean,
fade out, right?
what's really gonna happen? I mean, now the NAR got their whole new shit coming out in July with the lawsuit, but like, if you're not good at anything, you're not gonna survive. You know
So
what I'm
it's
saying?
not gonna get oversaturated.
Not really, because like, yo, like,
You're gonna need to do it
like,
at all times.
yeah, like I don't foresee realtors getting oversaturated.
It's, like
It's already
essential.
oversaturated.
Right.
But if you can
And it's
find
essential.
food, you can find food. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
People gonna yeah. No,
It's like the world is a buffet. The
Yeah.
world is
The
for sale.
world is a buff.
The world
This
is
nigga's eating. This nigga's eating. The world is a
Tell us all
buffet.
that.
This nigga's eating. That's
No,
crazy.
really.
He's eating. Yeah. I like that. That's crazy.
that was pretty good. I ain't gonna
What
lie.
was it like?
We should reiterated it like 2-3 times. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's just
yeah,
something
yeah.
good.
I wanted to make sure
about
they
that.
heard you.
Think about that.
They had to hear you.
No facts.
What was it like selling your first house? Like just that feeling of
I gotta
like,
think-
I went through.
Yeah, nah. It's Port Washington. Eric.
Damn, remember the name? That's-
Remember.
I'm trying to remember his last name. I got a good memory.
Don't say his last name.
He's not gonna watch this. He's not gonna watch this. He's definitely not watching it. Yeah, nah, it was lit. The same lady that told me what I told you before,
Mhm.
she listed the crib with me. And we I ain't gonna lie, we came up off that. It was like to keep it, I mean, he don't know I'm talking about him. It was like a $42,000 check. One crib.
Goddamn. People might look them up.
First sale?
And I
Right.
helped him
Really might look 'em
I
up.
said, damn.
and I helped him with the buy too. So I touched 12 on that.
Oh my gosh.
Shit.
Oh my. When was this?
Just milking them.
When how long were you in the industry
Not even
before
though
this?
that's
this
really how
happened?
not even milking though, just cause like that's just really how it works. Like if you got $1 million house for sale, right? The percentage on a sale, generally speaking, is 6%.
Yep.
It's 6% because if I'm the listing agent, right, and I know what the fuck I'm doing, I'm gonna demand my commission because it's a lot of work. My phone buzzing all day. You know what I'm saying? I gotta weed through every buyer, every pre-approval, every person coming in here talking bullshit. I gotta take personal people out to appointments. I gotta do mad shit. The buyer agent really just coming in and showing the crib. He just got a client, which is still valid OD because I'm a buyer's agent a lot of times too. But like you go figure, you selling $1 million asset, you paying out 6%, you only losing 60 bands. Now that might sound crazy, but when you got $1 million,
You be alright.
is 60 bands really gonna kill you?
You be alright.
It's really worth it if you really do the
Yeah.
math. You got $2 million, you losing $120, you walking away with what? 1.88.
Yep.
You really gonna cry? You're not gonna cry.
I'm not gonna
Right.
cry.
You're not gonna cry.
How long?
Especially if I get you more than that. You're
Yeah.
gonna be hyped.
Mm-hmm.
How long were you in the industry before you caught your first sale? Because a lot of people get discouraged. How long did it take you?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. I kind of wanted to. That's a good thing because I saw the notes and I was like, I kind of want to touch them.
And I didn't even read the notes, so yeah.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Gangster. My fault.
Don't give that
I promise I ain't read
no.
them
She
shits.
ain't on
I
that
promise.
I had to give it
Patty.
to him.
I want to
This is the
know.
problem. She's getting.
He said,
so
see?
So to be honest, I was a little fortunate. So when I got my license, COVID hit. I got my license like February 2020, like February 19th. COVID shut down the world on like March like 16th or some shit, right? So I wasn't really doing anything at that point. I was just making calls. So I was getting like my chops up for making calls. And I was, doing everything else I had to do. And I was still getting paid off my side hustle, so it was smooth. And then when I started, shout out to my brother Lou. He's one of my frat bros, and he wanted to buy a crib.
You're in a
And
fraternity? The
Yeah,
Yeah.
wait.
he wanted
nigga.
he wanted to
What
buy
do
a
you
crib. He wanted to buy a crib in Rockland County, which is like above the Bronx. I don't even know if this nigga knows this. So if you see this, at least I'm gonna tell you now. Use my first deal, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Played you, fool.
But that's my
That's
man.
crazy.
He's probably gonna ask me to take him out to dinner now.
Yeah, you have to.
But I will though. You and Karina, and little ones.
Great.
But so I was fortunate enough that when I got right out of COVID, I had him to like run back, and we was doing like 12 to 14 showings a day. That's not even regular for like a high end realtor. Like that's like super like
Yeah.
over the top.
Sounds like
It's
a lot.
borderline unnecessary.
That is.
Sounds like
That's
a
a
lot.
lot.
But that started me off, and then right after that was when I caught the Port Washington situation, and that was just by calling people. You know what I'm saying? I actually called out of work one day because I was a genius at Apple at the time, and I called out and I went to the open house to Cooper. That was his last name, Eric Cooper. And I met him at the open house and sold him right there, pretty much.
This was still in 2020 during COVID when you first.
This is May 2020. I consider
What do you
myself
mean?
getting my.
May, you saying
I
we
got my
shut down
license.
in 2020? You were just making calls
March.
in May or March, April, May. So like
Right.
2 months.
Well, COVID shut down all types of real estate showings for about 2.5 months.
Right. It was like virtual.
Nah, it
Or
was,
not
but
even
like
yet.
niggas
Not
wasn't
even yet.
entertaining that.
Yeah.
And then once everything opened up again, which was like the beginning of May, I want to say it was the first week of May. Because that's what I always tell myself. May 6th is my anniversary in my head type shit. Like when I got my
2020
license.
still.
2020.
This is crazy.
Right.
Yeah. You put in the
This is
work.
crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Question. He was
really
This is
hustling.
crazy. What?
Question for people that might be confused. What's the difference between a real estate agent and a buyer's helper?
So a buyer's helper isn't actually a real estate term. That's like I mean, I don't want to say it's made up because that would
Mhm.
kind of like belittle what you just said, but like
Mm-hmm.
a buyer's helper would be like, it almost sounds like it gets put into a category of like assistant,
Right.
but you're not
That's
really.
what, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. It's more of like what you're probably really referring to as a buyer's agent.
Okay, so what's the difference between those two?
Well, on my fault. So,
Real
it's
estate, a buyer's agent, and
so a real estate agent is a real estate. So a real estate
broker.
agent is a buyer's agent,
okay.
right? So all right. So boom. So pyramid scheme:
Mhm.
broker, associate brokers,
Mm-hmm.
right? Real estate agents.
Got you.
So
Really?
yeah. So these people, right? They go and they help buy and sell houses because these people on the second level provide the leads and the money to help these people make money, right? And then when these people make money, these people make money. If these people make money, and there's a whole lot of these people, this person makes a whole lot of money. That's how it works.
Interesting.
Yeah, but
What
the
was
difference is
class?
really
I
there
gotta
is
get
none.
in it.
Right.
You an agent, you an agent. I
Right.
was telling the kid, just to put it in perspective for people too that's watching that might want to get into real estate or become a realtor, you sell a $500,000 house on average, your percentage is 2%, you're making 10 bands.
Teach me how
Right.
to do it.
Now, question.
Y'all would
Did
do
you?
great. Y'all women. Y'all would do
It's
great.
true.
You would do good too. You charismatic.
Mm-hmm. I actually
even
have
tell
my.
him that
I gotta
punk
take
ass
this
path.
And you
test.
like
You'll
skin.
get dragged across
Right.
somebody's lawn.
Haters.
They said, let me show you
Somebody's
this
lawn.
dragon by his fucking
They talking this shit now
funky
until I
ass feet.
sell the first house. They gonna be like, Pat.
I'm a buy
On a
it
brunch
at a
pad.
penny.
They
We
gonna
gonna
be
buy
on a
it.
brunch.
So that 10,000 you
We
just
gonna
made,
buy
we
it
going,
on
Yeah,
where we going
exactly.
with that?
Pat, they gonna hold it down. Who you over there?
Be like, call C-Bar right now.
exactly.
Dead ass.
I'll be right there,
Let's
though.
link. Yeah, for real.
I'm screaming. But at any point, did you like understand coming into this that like it was gonna be as much work as it is? Because I feel like it's so popular because people think it's just easy bread.
So, I didn't really care because like at the end of the day, I'm a hustler. So like, it didn't really matter
Right.
if Brandon could sell a fucking house, I could sell 8 of them.
Right.
I'm like in my mentality is I'm better than him. Like it's just
Right. But I think that's a
not
mentality
like
you
I'm
have
better.
to have.
Not like I'm
Tell
better.
him.
Like
But
he might
you
be a
have
good
to
person.
have that
but, like-
No, but you have to have
mentality,
that.
like,
You have to have
damn.
that.
Is there a lot of like
motivation.
competition like personally
What you mean?
where you're at? Like, do you like experience like I don't know if you guys ever seen the show. This is more of a female thing, but I think it's called
Definitely.
Selling Orange County,
sounds like
and
a
it
female
be
I've
thing.
seen that.
yeah, and it be
All right,
straight
so let me tell you
beef
something. Let me
between
tell
the
you
realtors. They be
something.
So
backdooring
I'm
each
not
other
gonna-
and shit.
I'm not gonna say no names.
He
'cause
said,
I know
"Fuck you."
them
No, he stopped.
personally. But there's another show on Netflix. It's called Selling. I'm not gonna say no names.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know all the girls up on there,
Wow.
and none of them sell nothing.
Oh shit.
shit.
Oh my
Shit.
god.
Ah, damn.
Bang.
Oh, exposing
Bang.
it all.
It's just
Take a wild guess. No,
it's a-
And then I heard Netflix don't even give you no bread. type
either.
shit.
They
I
just
heard that.
recording
I
you
heard that.
fighting.
Chill out. Chill out.
You ever had
Tell
somebody
the folks to
backdoor you or
chill out.
something? Or like take a cell right on it from under you?
Whoa.
Yo, that sounds crazy. I
wow.
know.
so like back on me is crazy.
I know. Yeah, chill. Not too much.
But not too much. She said just a little.
Just not too much.
Nah, so I mean, in real estate, it's funny because the first thing I learned in real estate, shout out to my nigga Omar Baxter, but
He sound like he make
Omar, I'm
money.
finna call you.
He do make
Right.
bread.
That name sound like he
He
make
do
You
make
money.
finna
bread.
teach me something.
Omar Baxter. Yeah.
That
sound
call
like
you.
It's mad funny because when I was a genius at Apple, when I started to I was an investor because I bought the cribs in Connecticut. I met him at the Apple store. I used to just, you know what I'm saying? I was like I said to you, I like to talk to people to you know what I'm saying? Get a little info.
Mhm.
But just enough where I'm not you know what I'm saying? And he had told me, he was like, yo, if you're gonna go into real estate, and this is the nigga that told me to go knocking on doors for short sales, which I was doing in the cold. But
What?
those bread,
Alright.
Crazy.
but that bread is way
You
different.
really a
though.
hustler?
That bread is
Nigga.
way different.
The fuck?
Listen, I
Um,
respect that.
I can't even
Yeah.
call
was
cold
I saying?
sales. The
Right.
fuck?
what was I saying? My
Yeah,
fault.
nigga was told you to knock on doors for
Yeah.
So,
with that nigga.
He had told
Yeah.
me. He had told me when we went out to lunch one day. And he had just said yo, if you're gonna get into real estate, make sure that whoever you get into it with, you trust them, because going back to your question, reverting back is not backdooring.
Any other term but that.
but in real estate, there's always gonna be, for example, if I'm a buyer's agent, it's a little game for you that might not be in real estate.
Mhm.
I really shouldn't even say this, but I'm gonna say it
Yeah,
anyway.
tell us the
Yeah,
secret.
we
it's
always
funny.
get the good stuff.
Right.
So when you a listing agent, right? Let's say you paying out 6%. I'm paying 6. Y'all all three are agents, and y'all all put in offers. So that means if I accept any one of y'all offers, crib is 500,000. Whatever one I accept, y'all get the 10,000. As
Right.
long as your buyer's not an idiot and he closes,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? He's got all his shit ducks in order.
Right.
If for whatever reason y'all buyers, right, just said, nah, fuck this nigga. Yeah, fuck her too.
Oops.
And they just called
too.
me and was like, yo, so, you know, I saw that crib you got. Like, what's up? I'm trying to buy that. I'd be like, all right. And now you gone.
Right from under.
So
Yes.
you're saying that's the
Trifling.
only way that happens?
No, that's not the only way.
Yeah.
So in real estate, I mean, I can't get into too much, but in real estate, I don't know how to explain that really.
I get kind of what you're saying because obviously somebody has to like you, right? Because
Right.
the only way they're gonna ignore everybody else and call
if you got the house,
Yeah. They don't got
I've
like
sold houses to people that don't like me at
Yeah,
all. I've
exactly.
argued with
They
people,
just want
Oh,
it.
really? Okay.
and they'll still buy it. They want the house.
Yeah, where
That's when it comes to the integrity of the buyer.
Yep.
We're not putting this on
That too.
my IG.
That
We're
too.
not.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck.
No.
But they're still gonna see it. What do you mean?
Nah, I'm
This
not.
just won't be on his IG.
Won't be on mine. Which
Nigga,
is not
put it on the
Niggas said won't
page.
be on mine. That's so funny.
Anybody that's just looking or struggling just in life period, right? Who's going through maybe lows financially.
What we do it for?
What would be the best advice you could give a young kid, maybe even a grown adult that's going through something financially and they don't know where they're going as far as just where to look?
I mean, there's two different. I think there's two different routes I would answer that question, because like I said, I'm not really about money. Even though I'm about money, I'm more so about being a creative. It's a little fucked up, but
No, I get it.
I would tell. It's hard to say though, because my pops is. I don't know. So I would say, chase your dream no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what, the money will come. I'd say that being trying to hope that they would do what they got to do. But if you wanted to really get your bag right, I would just tell you probably your mentality has to change. And that, most people in this world don't do enough self-reflection or inflection to understand who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they're not really where they want to be. Because you got to know, Shorty says she's analytical, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you over analytical,
And he gave you the fingers too.
I know,
And
he
that's
said-
why I'm confused because he quote
Analytical.
Go ahead.
I'm
What
just
would you
saying,
say?
that's what you
Read
said.
me my rights. Go ahead.
I'm not saying you wrong.
You did actually do
What?
this though when you said it. You
She
did the fingers. Yeah.
She did, and I'm not even saying that because I'm belittling. Which hey, if you know yourself.
I said
better than
over
me.
analytical. But go ahead.
Over analytical.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But you need to know who you are before you decide to do anything. Because for example, If you selling drugs and if you're not willing to do certain things, don't do that.
How the fuck you
And
knew
that's
who you was then? That's what, like, because
Well,
obviously, yeah. I
What did you
definitely
do
don't,
to
yeah,
figure
how you
out
knew who you was?
what your mindset was and what you needed to change.
I attribute that back to my mother too, because my mom was always on some like, Poppy, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Great mom. Shout out to
Right.
mom.
Yeah,
Yeah, facts. Shout out to Marilyn.
Shit.
Shout out to mom.
But yeah, I mean, you just gotta, you really gotta dissect yourself, bro. Because most people, bro, it's like 95% of population. Half people even think they know each other, but they still don't. If you go and look at yourself in the mirror and really agree, and this is coming from like even the realtor side and the investor side and the car, everything. So many people second guess everything that they do. Why you second guessing it if that's who you are? It should always be your first choice.
Exactly.
I'm about to dissect
heavy.
myself.
That's heavy.
tonight.
Right. I'm
Yeah,
about to be
facts.
sitting there like, damn.
I mean,
Damn.
For obviously people that obviously watch this whole episode, but before we wrap anything up, I want you to where they can reach you with everything, not just Instagram, because obviously you have a lot of businesses and you're involved in a lot of stuff. So shout out everything and tell them where they can reach you, whether it be a website, social media, anything.
I mean, you can call me directly.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to get your number out over this.
Hey,
exactly.
so give that call, so give that a stuff.
Honestly, the best shit is really my IG.
Mm-hmm. And what's
You
your
know what I'm
IG?
saying? It's
See, now you gotta
He
look it
don't
up.
even know it.
You're not answering niggas on IG.
Yeah, right. He really wasn't.
Stop
He was
lying.
like,
You're
I
not
don't wanna
answering
give it to
nobody
y'all.
on this.
it's
That's
underscore.
You gotta look at it. You're not answering.
It's underscore CPOT underscore.
Are you sure?
100%.
Right.
Are you sure? Do you?
I'm
are you
worried about the
confident in this
integrity
sale?
of your answer
Are
right
you
now.
confident in your sale?
worried
Do you
about
think
this.
you're selling this to me right now?
Yeah.
And I got one more question, because you in the music industry. Who's a better R&B
Shut up.
artist, Usher or Chris Brown?
Here this nigga go.
Nigga could have asked about
There's
fucking
no-
Drake
there's
and
no-
fucking Kenny,
Gosh,
but he
gosh.
wanted to ask about this.
There's no better R&B artist because one is a way better dancer than the other, and I don't really got to touch on that. We know.
Yeah, we know.
And
Who made
one
better
is-
Yeah, we know.
and
Yeah,
one
we
is-
better
know.
R&B music?
And one is really an R&B artist, and one's really a pop artist.
Yeah. Oh, he felt
no.
that. You felt that, right?
Now, when Breezy first came out, he was an R&B artist,
Right.
with a little bit of pop.
Right.
Now he's like,
That
pop.
makes me do 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 do.
He still made it. That's in the mainstream. That's in the mainstream. Nah.
Come on, they playing that in Patchogue. Shut up, bro. They playing that in Patchogue. Exactly, Pop.
Nah.
Pop, that's not
I'm not
R&B.
hearing that.
He
I'm
not
not
talking
hearing
about
that.
how
Y'all
he
be turning
just
up in
lost the love of his
Patchogue?
life.
You know what's
Nah,
crazy?
I'm
We
not hearing
don't
that.
turn up in Patchogue.
No, I
but
can't
speaking of
stand Patchogue.
Shout out Cinco de
Pat
Mayo.
made us go to Cinco de Gallo
And they
this
liked
past
it.
weekend.
And it was a good time. They
Yo,
liked it. Still,
I
they
had
get
to
hate.
call for help. Like, I had to get out of there.
It was the
First of all,
download?
they started giving me dumb shit.
They started
No,
giving
no.
me
You ever-
dumb
you
I
ever
was
been to
asking
Gallo?
for
You ever been
tequila.
to Gallo?
yeah,
Don't
You know the
go.
glass? You know the
Don't
glass?
go
I'm gonna be
back.
honest though.
Don't
I'm gonna
go
be
back.
honest though. I'm just. I
Shut
gotta
up.
keep
But you
it.
seen
I
the
got-
front of it, though,
But
right?
hold on. But just because you asked me and we on camera, so I'm gonna just say this: Long Island is trash.
Yes,
Don't do that.
please.
Don't do that.
We know
But
that.
don't do that.
No,
Since
I
you- Since you're
agree.
not from here,
But you know
can't
the glass
really do
part,
that.
right?
Yes,
I'm from
yes.
here.
She
I
is
can
black.
say
Like
that.
she got shot.
You can't do
On
that.
the glass.
You're
You
not
was on
from
the
here. You
glass,
can't
like,
do
face.
that. Don't
I'm
come
from
here
here.
and talk about Long
I lived
Island.
in Long
He
Island.
lived in
all right, you went from
CI
CI, but
comfortably.
that's
If
not
he's been to
even.
Seven
You gotta
Patchogue,
talk about Main Street over
Now
there.
they
You
get-
can't
now
talk
they
about
get
Main
mad.
Street over here. I
Please.
feel you, but don't do that.
I'm not mad.
It is
I
trash, but
agree.
let me say that.
I
Let me
agree.
say that. Let me say that shit.
You hit the chord.
It's trash, but don't go to Cinco de Gallo. You're gonna
Die.
you're not
That's
gonna
because
you're
of
not
the
gonna be
group.
okay.
I feel like Long Island, like you can only have fun if you have your people to have fun with.
Yeah,
You're
no,
not from
that's
here, born and
absolutely true.
raised.
Because I would not
like,
have been out there without
come on.
y'all.
You can't
I
drive.
would
I
not
don't
go to
party out
Patchogue on
here.
a regular night.
Where y'all from?
I'm from Port Jeff up the block. Like, and when I go out, I
Up
go
the
to
block
the
is
city.
crazy.
I go
Yo,
to the
I'm saying the
city.
same shit. Where you from?
I want to answer you now.
She from right around here.
She gonna say my town.
I'm from Coram, but
Right,
listen,
corn baby.
stop it.
I
I be
had a-
out
I had
there.
a
I be
feeling.
where you at.
Corn,
Right,
Stop
Bellport, they
it.
be, they be the
Don't
Don't you play us with
Boom!
Bellport. Watch your fucking mouth. Oh, the
And with
interview's
that being
done.
said-
The
with that
interview's
being
done.
said,
That's
since
another
he's trying to
episode
buy
of
us
this
night,
nonsense. He
Bro,
gotta
I
go.
appreciate you for being here, man. You the man.
Crazy.
They-
shout out to
They
That was
fake
Bellport.
it right
crazy.
now.
Shut up. You don't know because you just from Century.
That damn right. No, I'm from Quorum.
You're not from Quorum. Shut up. You're not from the same part of Quorum as us.
Yeah, please,
My guy.
please.
I
And my friend
appreciate
here.
it.
I beg.
My best friend here, so you violated. So
now we should just jump
We gotta
him.
talk on the
Let's-
outside.
let's-
We gotta talk on the
Yeah.
outside.
So now I'm gonna see you out there. Let's get sell my foot up your ass.
My guy, no, for real. I really appreciate you being here. You put a lot of people onto knowledge and game. And
Nah, this was fun, man. I like talking about shit like this. It's what you do it for. Otherwise, it's like,
and you good at it
Fuck
too.
you really
a lot of
doing?
people are nervous.
We need the
good at it.
exclusives though. Everything you couldn't say on camera.
Right.
We
Facts.
need
You
all of
gotta
that.
tell them.
Yeah, we need all that.
Off camera, not when it's
Off
recording.
camera.
You
Yeah.
gotta tell them.
oh,
We need
Yeah,
the tea. He said, wait. We wasn't even that close.
What do you
for
mean
real.
by that? And with
forgot
that
what I
being
didn't
said, we out of here, y'all.
Later.
Oh shit.